This is the story of how GNB Global got started. Two best friends, Ryan Hunter and Alex Luntwich. Ryan said to Alex, "Let's start a business." They had no choice because nobody wanted them as employees. Ryan and Alex started off in the basement, literally in Alex's basement, selling tents and playing Big Buck Hunter. It took Ryan and Alex a long time and a lot of frustration. As the business grew, Ryan and Alex knew they needed to build more office space. So they built a tent on Bob's yard. Who is Bob? Well, Bob is Alex's actual dad and Ryan's dad too, but he is safety first, quiet, and very calm. Ryan and Alex realized they couldn't do it alone, so they started building great teams. Quickly realized that 768 square feet of office space isn't big enough. They added 588 square feet and 25 people and one bathroom for everybody. Ryan asked Alex a question. "Why do people come here?" Alex replied, "Because we're handsome." "No, seriously though, why would people come here and work in these conditions?" "People work for GNB because Ryan and Alex give a shit about their employees. In return, the employees give a shit about the customers." The math was easy for Ryan and Alex. Take care of your employees and they'll take care of your customers. And that's called give a shit. And that's what we do here at GNB. It was far from easy to get where we are today, but it was worth every headache and heartache along the way. And that is how GNB got started. Ryan and Alex get asked this question all the time. Where did GNB come from? Well, it's truly not a fairy tale story. This wasn't given to us. It wasn't funded by our mom and dads. It was built on integrity, hard work, and grit. And the reason being is because Ryan and Alex didn't have any money to spend on people, facilities, equipment. They just had to work and give a shit. Ryan and Alex did all the jobs. They were sales, customer service, installing in -40, installing in +40. They know the struggles that each department faces. Hell, Alex was in charge of invoicing, only for a short period. But the fact of the matter is, that's where GNB came from. Ryan and Alex aren't perfect. Have you seen them install an overhead door? How about weld fabric together? How about weld steel together? Did you know Alex isn't even allowed on QuickBooks? I'm pretty sure he broke the internet just a week ago. The point is, they make mistakes. They make a lot of mistakes, but they learn from them. They adapt. That's where the grit and fortitude come from. And that's where GNB comes from. This is the story of how GNB Doors got started. Ryan and Alex struggled getting doors for their buildings, but more problems equals more solutions. So they knew they had to come up with a game plan. How do we get doors? Well, let's just tell somebody we buy a hell of a lot of doors. They'll sell them to us. Stop believing them after about 8 months to a year. No more doors. If we build a great door business, it should be easy to get door suppliers then. How do we get into the door business? Maybe we can borrow some people. Ryan and Alex set off to find great door technicians. And no, borrowing isn't stealing. Once again, they knew they had to start building great teams. And that's what happened. They attract great people, and that's exactly what happened. The business kept growing, and great people kept coming aboard. Ryan and Alex got a phone call from a gentleman in Brandon saying, "I want to sell my door business." Well, let's go to Brandon. Expectations weren't being hit in Brandon, so Alex thought it'd be a great idea to have a motivational speech. We can all assume that the motivational speech didn't work, but we had a fresh start the next day, and we could build Brandon the way we wanted. Ryan decided to hand off Brandon to the Winnipeg division, and they built great teams. Alex was no longer allowed to go there. That is the story of how GNB Doors of Winnipeg and GNB Doors of Brandon got started. Another story from GNB Global on how R West came to life. A trusted customer called Ryan and Alex and said, "Can you help me solve my weather enclosure problem?" Ryan and Alex reached out to Santa, and he confirmed that they've been doing weather enclosure systems this way forever, even before he was born. After hundreds of ideas thrown back and forth, they finally agreed upon a solution. Now we had to come up with a name. Reusable Weather Enclosure System, or RWES for short. You gotta say it like a pirate. GNB knew what they had with the RWES system, but not many people believed in them. It took over a year to get the second RWES order, but when it happened, they knew they had to build a fabric plant. Ryan and Alex do what they do best. They handed off the project 99% complete to Marie and said, "Here you go, fully operational." Marie and Ivan built the teams and started developing the fabric plant. The sales team battles obscurity and grinds every day, and they do a hell of a job. That is how the RWES was born. The end. We all know you can't be a global company unless you cross international borders. This is the story of GNB heading south. The boys got a call from Mike saying, "I've got a great opportunity for you in Dallas. Come on down." Mike took Alex and Ryan for a tour of the facility. And oh my, it was a big facility. The negotiations started, with many unnecessary hurdles along the way and an extremely long period of time. A deal was made, and that's how Gardall became GNB. Finally, a business that had great teams in place, all we do is have to expand on them now. Ryan put in a ton of time with the team down south to build the new facility and give GNB a fresh start and a fresh home. And that is how GNB South got started. This is the story of GNB moving to Lockport. GNB had grown out of the farm site in Cooks Creek, and it was time to move, and Alex to put his big boy pants on and have to drive to work. Clearly, everybody was happy at GNB to make the move to Lockport. Bigger offices, actual bathrooms. What couldn't you love about it? Ryan and Alex hate moving, so they did what they do best. Gave the hard task to Marie. Ryan and Alex left. Marie got the team together, and they got everything moved into Lockport. Ryan and Alex took all the credit for the big move to Lockport, and truthfully, I think even Alex enjoyed the move. Still to this day, there's the odd tear and complaining, but that's what makes it a home. Lockport is GNB's new home. That is the story of the GNB move to Lockport. I don't know about the characters in Lockport some days, though. As we near the conclusion of how the GNB group of companies got started, there's a few words we'd like to say. Ryan and Alex just want to thank every single one of you. This has become much larger than Ryan and Alex. This is GNB. To be continued? What does that even mean? What, we're going somewhere else? Where are we going? What? We want to say it again. Thank you. You are all so amazing, and you make this such a wonderful place to be at. So thank you again from Ryan and Alex. We continued again? Never done? Can somebody please tell me where we're going next and what we're doing? Ryan? Alex? What is GNB culture? We've all heard the line, "Give a shit," but what does it actually mean? To sum it up quickly, you know the angel that sits on your right shoulder and the devil that sits on your left shoulder? Listen to the angel on the right shoulder. Examples of give a shit are very simple. Making other employees' jobs easier is one example. Going beyond the standard quo of "this is my job." Sticking up for what the company believes in. Going beyond and helping a customer out that isn't really necessary, but you just do it. Picking up the garbage that may not be your garbage. Give a shit means being accountable to the person beside you, above you, below you. It doesn't matter of rank or position, who they are. It just means that you're willing to be accountable to every single person. And the biggest person you need to be accountable is to the person you look in the mirror every day. Be the best version of you. That's give a shit. Setting an example for your kids or your family or your friends or coworkers. That's give a shit. Sure, it might sound stupid, give a shit. But let me tell you this. Everybody wants to win. It makes you feel good. Winning is great. And without give a shit, you don't have a team, and individuals can't win. Not here, at least. The Give a Shit Tree. Pretty funny name, but What's really important is the why and the how we came up with the give a shit tree. The GNB give a shit was actually made by the employees. We had their input and we took the values of everybody and we condensed them down. And this is something we need to strive to live by every day, every minute that we're at work in our lives. It's the foundation. And sure, you're going to lose battles. You might lose a day, but what you try to do is make sure that you have more wins than losses at the end of the week. And that is what the give a shit tree is all about. It's allowing us to become so much better and provide such better service for employees, customers, yourself. That is the whole reason why the give a shit tree was built, was to define who we are at GNB and what we believe in and what we truly want to become. And it's okay if you lose some days, but just win the week and then start winning more days in that week. Embrace this opportunity of give a shit. We've all worked for people who don't. They have the opposite philosophy. And it's not right. It feels like crap. So, sure, this new philosophy feels weird. Call it culty, like, drink the juice. But it's the right way. And we all know that. So, embrace it. We appreciate everything that you guys have done. And we look forward to growing our give a shit. It's time to bring some clarity of what the no blame environment means at GNB. It's okay to have new ideas, to try new things, to make mistakes, but you have to own them. You have to be honest with the people around you and yourself. That is what no blame means. Accountability. You need to be accountable to your friends, family, teammates, coworkers, customers, each other, and most importantly, yourself. You have no right to hold anybody else accountable if you can't hold yourself accountable. So we have a no blame environment, but it does not mean that nobody or you will not be held accountable for mistakes that you make. It's the only way we learn. So that's the clarity around no blame environment, but also accountability. So I hope that's much clearer now, that you will be held accountable and it's okay. Emotions are a great thing when applied in the right situation. But when you're getting criticized, you have to check your emotions or else you're going to lose that opportunity to learn. It's okay to be criticized, but take a step back and understand why this is happening. Sure, you made a mistake. Now let's learn how to do it right. Sure, we missed that. Ryan and I still to this day make hundreds of mistakes. And it's okay. I get criticized by Ryan. I criticize Ryan. Remember, learning is growth by no blame criticism, being accountable, and checking your emotions. The question's always asked, where is GNB going in the future? Well, in all honesty, we shoot for the moon. If we miss, we're amongst the stars. Growth is our future. Where does that leave GNB employees? Well, it's a great question, and it's something that we're going to get clear about. As GNB grows, so must its employees. This creates enormous opportunities for employees to move up within the company. And it is much easier for GNB to grow and develop people within our company than bring in an outsider for a higher position, because you guys know the culture and it's easy for you to train somebody new. So please grow with us. Fun fact for you. To move up in a company in life, you must have grit, give a shit, and work hard. It is earned and is never given to you. So throw the entitlement out the door, because positions are earned, not given. When water is flowing and moving, it is fresh and pure. But what happens when water starts to pool up and settle? It gets stagnant, it gets dirty, it starts to smell, and ultimately becomes a breeding ground for bacteria and disease. Our lives are no different. Anytime you're moving and taking the necessary actions to get better, you will thrive. Anytime you neglect what needs to get done, stall your progress, or take your foot off the gas, you will suffer. We are either growing or dying at all times. If you want to be someone who is successful in life, you have to consistently work on your growth and development. Otherwise, you'll end up no different than the stagnant water. The greatest gift Ryan and I have gotten out of business, and you may not believe this, but it is the development of our people. And that includes Ryan and I. Watching people grow and develop is so amazing. So we want you to grow. We want you to develop. We want you to be with GNB.